Hi guys, in this episode of Decay, we're back again with Wonho's new song, I On You. And I'm decently excited to check out this song to see how I'm gonna feel about it because his last song at first wasn't my favorite, but towards the end of it, and especially during the second reaction, actually I ended up really enjoying it quite a lot. Although, like I said in that video, I had a little bit of an issue with how muscular Wonho has ended up looking and the fact that that bothers me a little bit. So I really hope that stops bothering me and ruining some of his songs for me, because for whatever reason, whenever I listen to that song of his, like the last one that I reacted to, which I've really ended up enjoying, I just think about how muscular he is and how I don't like that. And again, I don't want to keep repeating that and harping on that because at the end of the day, it's his body, he can do whatever he wants. But yeah, it's just something that kind of bothers me, and I want to be honest with you when it comes to my thoughts. So I really hope it stops bothering me eventually after watching more and more music videos of him. And yeah, I hope this song is gonna be another really good one like the last one. But to be honest, his last three songs, like his pre-debut one, his debut one, and the last one that I reacted to, have been so different from each other. I don't really know what to expect with this song, what it's gonna be like. So without further ado, let's get into it and find out. In 3, 2, 1. And you know, the thing is, he looks great when he's wearing clothes. It's just that when he's without clothes, I guess that it bothers me. Okay, I think this song seems more like the last song rather than his debut. I really like how emotional, or at least like kind of like with a little bit of a sad twin, his songs actually are. Because I feel like his debut song was more like more happier. While this song and the last one have been with a little bit of like a more melancholic twin to it. And this one has also a very sexy twin to it as well. He definitely stands out from most idols with his physique though, as much as his physique might bother me a little bit. But yeah, I definitely don't enjoy this song as much as I did his last one. And to be honest, the only reason I really enjoyed his last song is, I guess, because like not only because of the vibe that it has towards the end and the melody that it has, but I especially liked it a lot because of the kind of message or lyrics or whatever you want to call it, where it goes, "We are young, we are dumb." I just really like that. I really like that kind of like a youthful message to it. It really made it work for me. While this one, again, it's better in my opinion than his debut song, but I don't really care about it too much. Like, I think it's an enjoyable song, and I'll probably end up listening to it, at least casually, but I don't really feel like a connection, for lack of a better term. I don't really feel a connection with it the same way I did for the last song, which I explained why I feel connection to that one. This one just feels like okay, it's a catchy bop, and I'll listen to it probably. But I won't really like feel like an emotional attachment to this one, which is a shame, but hey, not every song is gonna be like my most favorite song or anything. And honestly, this one is actually pretty catchy. I really like it. I feel like it has a little bit of an American music vibe to it, because the instrumental at least, and kind of like the chorus part of the song reminds me of the kind of songs you would hear on like radio where I live, which is usually American songs or just like Western songs that sound like that. So I kind of have an interest in it because of that, but I don't know. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna end up listening to it, but that's what the second reactions are for, and we'll see whether I'm gonna be more into it after the second reaction. It's just that still his physique bothers me. Like, I know that might even sound like a hypocritical thing to say considering who I am and everything, which for those of you who don't know, I'm trans, more non-binary. I refer to myself as non-binary for simplicity's sake. And I know, again, that might be hypocritical for me to comment on his physique, but I don't know, it's just that when I look at him, it feels like it doesn't feel like he actually has those gains, you know? It feels like it's kind of artificial, because I feel like other idols like Min Hyuk from B2B, he's also ripped as hell, but not like this. I don't know what is specifically. I feel like his really broad shoulders is what bothers me about Wonho's physique in particular. It just feels weird seeing such a muscular guy dance like a K-pop idol. It's kind of the same kind of weirdness that I would feel if I saw white boys dance like K-pop idols. It just feels cringe like that. And again, I'm not trying to mock him or hate on him or anything. It doesn't affect me, or nor do I care about it at the end of the day. It's just when it comes to watching the song, that's an opinion that I have about it, so I'm gonna voice it. And hopefully you're not gonna hate me for it. But yeah, let's listen to the song a second time and see how I'm gonna feel about it after the second listen in 3, 2, 1.
희미해진 눈빛이 닿은 뒤 Out of my control 숨 막힐 듯 오르는 tension babe 터질 것처럼 Come take my heart 만져봐 날 don't turn it over 가까이 closer 날 새겨줘 over your body I feel your touch 가빠진 breath I'm in the moment I got my eye on you. Under your love, under your touch.
Yeah, it's definitely a catchy song. I'll definitely end up listening to it casually for sure.
I got my eye on you. 묶여 있던 이성은 끊어져. Out of my control. 쉽진 않겠지 날 길들이기엔 You know I'm so savage Come take my heart 만져봐 날 don't turn it over 가까이 closer 날 새겨줘 over your body got my eye on you. Under your love, under your touch. I got my eye on you. Cause when you're trouble with your body. I got my eye on you. I get you stuck inside my head, inside my head. 널 들이킬수록 더 목말라. 내 안에 너만 안고 싶어 every second. Can't get you out. 거부할 수도 없이 난 또 falling with you. 더 짙게 집착해 너를 원해 on my body. 헤어날 수도 없이 feel the moment. I got my eye on you. Under your love, under your touch.
The chorus is really catchy.
Cause when you're trouble with your body. I got my eye on
This honestly might be his best song so far. Because like, even though I had like a personal attachment to his previous song, it had a little bit of a weirdness to it. A weirdness that this song doesn't have. Like, this definitely feels like the most sophisticated and the most polished song of his so far. I honestly kind of like it because of that. I don't know. I feel like I'm not even bothered by his physique that much in this song compared to his previous song, because I feel like also in the previous song he was wearing like a very oversized shirt, which made his size feel even more awkward. While in this one he mostly wears clothes like that are very tight to the body, so it doesn't really make him look weird. Again, maybe that issue that I have with his body physique might also come from my trances and me feeling a little bit of a dysphoria seeing how muscular he is. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but there's no weirdness to this song, honestly, and it feels very polished and very high quality, and yeah, I like it. I kind of like it. It's still not like my favorite song or anything. I still consider Losing You his my favorite song of his, but I like this one. It's a really, really well-made and sophisticated song, and I'll definitely end up listening to it. Maybe even have the potential to get into my top 22 K-pop songs of 2022, depending on how many good songs we get in this year. But yeah, I'm honestly kind of impressed with this one. It's honestly really good. But yeah, I'm curious, what do you guys think about this song though? So comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Shenches. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me. That being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will.
And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!